have this base that I've had for probably a year. These green moss colored bases. So we're going to start off with our 1.5 inch ribbons. I'm just going to make a tail, pinch, make me a loop, and I made that loop 9 inches. Okay, so 9 inches, pinch, and twist. Just make a tail. So this is what you should have so far. This one is a wide ribbon, which I was actually shocked that it was a wide ribbon. So that first one was 9, so now we're going up to 10. Pinch and twist. Good morning, y'all. Just coming back through. And I want to make this another 10-inch loop as well. Pinch and twist. Just make the tail. And we're going to start going up a size. We're going to go to an 11-inch loop. Pinch and twist. Okay, so that's what we should have so far. One loop in the center, one going out to the right, left, and then another one in the center again. That's what you should have so far. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to come back through with our jelly ribbon. You don't have to use jelly ribbon. I like the jelly ribbon because it's nice and bright. I know not a lot of people like the jelly ribbon, and that's okay. Because we don't always have to like what everyone else likes. So now I'm going to make a 12-inch loop. Pinch and twist. Next I want to make me a tail. Making sure that that's where I want that. Then I can measure up. So that's a 13-inch loop right here. 13-inch loop. And then we're just going to cut our tail. Y'all, this is an embroidered ribbon. And it's absolutely gorgeous. So y'all, look how pretty that black and white made those ribbons pop. So yeah, if you've ever been afraid to play with black and white ribbons, don't. Black and white ribbons really make your colors pop and stand out more. Okay. So now I'm just going to zip tie that. Kind of come back through, manipulate my ribbons where I need them to go. And this is exactly where I want it. I want it right about centered. Right on the bottom, because I'm going to stick florals and then stuff all the way around it. Okay, so this isn't long enough to set in there. So what I want to do is I want to get me another zip tie, and I'm going to grab some of this moss. I ran a zip tie right through some of that moss to come up on the other side. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to zip tie this bow into that frame. So that's what we have so far. Look how pretty that looks, y'all. Okay, so next, I like to choose picks and stems that already have a lot on them. Y'all, look how full this stem looks once you start fluffing out all of those leaves. Okay, so I am going to trim this stem down. Trim the stem down. Apply some hot glue. And I'm centering it with my bow. And I'm just applying that right into that moss base. Remember, if you have a grapevine base, you can do the exact same thing. So that's what we have so far. Next, I'm going to come through with our lavender 60919. Once again, cutting our stem down a little bit short because I don't want that stem popping out the bottom end of that moss base. Moving our bow kind of through. So next I'm going to come through and you'll see, you'll notice I haven't really cut up any of the stems. Some projects require for me to cut them up and some don't. And that's even better. If I don't have to cut it up, that's even better for me. Cutting my stems. And when I'm cutting my stems, I always try and make sure that I cut it at an angle because that point right there is going to allow that to go into that moss base a little bit easier than if you just left it just going straight. Grab my hot glue. You see how easy that was to stick in there? That's why I do that. So we've added those in. Next, I want to add in some of these yellow. I want to say these are a type of marigold. Once again, I'm going to come through, cut my stem at a knife edge, kind of at a point. That's what I call it, a knife edge. Like I said, if you can't find the moss bases, you can try your local craft store. I'm not 100% sure what they might have, but you can always use these exact same patterns and techniques on a grapevine wreath. So that's what we have so far. Look how that ribbon really just makes all those florals pop. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start adding some of our wispier flowers. Okay, so I just cut those up into individual picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 flowers. Apply some hot glue. I'm going to turn that around. Come back through. And now look, just that one flower, look how pretty it's just going to be dancing and moving around. And these, I'm going to kind of work in the triangle motion. And the triangle motion is always working at 1, 2, 3. You always want to create that balance inside your wreaths so it doesn't look like they're just all in one straight line. Because, so look how pretty that looks. And look at those flowers. Look how they're just dancing with me just shaking it. So of course when the wind blows, they're gonna move and there's gonna be some life and some movement to this wreath. I am gonna cut up this yellow. I think it's like a baby's breath. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but this one also did come from the at-home store. So look how pretty this looks. And I love how it kind of comes off the front a little bit. This definitely isn't something you're going to want to fit in between your screen door. But I absolutely love how this came out, y'all.